Good evening, folks. Welcome back to Gunning Down a Dream. My name is Brandon. I'm up here in Indiana, coming to you folks with another video. I hope this finds you well, and I hope all of you guys that have subscribed so far are doing great. I just wanted to do a huge thank you for you guys out there that have taken your time to subscribe to our channel at this point in time. And for those of you that have actually watched our videos and taken the time to listen to me ramble on, I'm sure it's monotonous, and I am working on getting better at providing good quality content on these videos. I am working on learning how to use my editing software, so if there's any of you folks out there that are aware of any user-friendly video editing software, please drop down into the comments and let me know. Today's video, we're going to be briefly touching on a couple of topics or a couple of accessories or items, one of which is going to be a holster that my wife and kids got me and ordered me for my birthday, which is actually today on October the 10th. It's going to be a holster for my brand new Springfield Armory Hellcat micro 9mm pistol that my wife and kids also got me for my birthday. So there's a huge shout out to my beautiful wife and kids. Thank you guys very much for the gifts. They're awesome and it's greatly appreciated. I love you so much. And I wanted to go ahead and get the elephant out of the room on our channel. All firearms are cleared and checked for safety. Safety is number one. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Here is the Springfield Hellcat. This firearm is flagged. As you can see, there is a flag in here. Chamber flag. Go ahead and rack that slide back right there. I'm gonna reach over here. Also, my wife and kids grabbed me a couple spare, I believe it's the 13+1 Hellcat magazines as well to go along for a birthday gift. I've actually had the Springfield Hellcat probably about a couple weeks now, but for the purpose of this video, again, the firearm is flagged right now. These magazines are brand new and they are empty, but for the illustration of the holster for this firearm, I am going to go ahead and put the empty magazine in the firearm, and I am going to remove the chamber flag as it is empty. So then I'm going to go ahead and drop that forward. So let me get over here. The particular holster that my wife and kids got, it is the Crossbreed holster here. It's called the Reckoning. It is in the waistband with the out of the waistband conversion kit included. And another fun fact, a huge shout out to Crossbreed holsters. They are actually handcrafted and made in the United States. I cannot get enough products or enough stuff that's made in the United States. I am a huge advocate for keeping our industries and companies over here in the United States. So on the packaging, it is pretty basic, just a plastic packaging. I'll briefly read what it says. It says that the Reckoning holster features multiple points of retention, adjustment, including the ability to tighten the screws, mounting the Kydex pocket to the leather backer, and a retention device installed directly under the trigger guard. The Reckoning holster can be worn inside of the waistband on the strong side, appendix, or cross-draw positions. This can also be easily converted to an outside of the waistband holster with the simple hardware that's included in the packaging. The Reckoning not only provides the comfort you have come to expect from Crossbreed, but also fine-tuned adjustment potential and customization, including an attachable mag carrier. So it says that it's got the custom fitted Kydex shell, adjustable cant steel clips. Additional clips are available. Trigger guard retention device, premium leather backer, out of waistband speed clip compatible, and adjustable retention. So let's go ahead and get this out. This is a right hand draw, which is the recommended carry position for this. So it comes in the box here that is empty now, folks. It comes with the like a Crossbreed business card right here. It just says thank you for choosing Crossbreed holsters, and we welcome to the Crossbreed family. We know that you may have some questions about your new product, so we have made it easy for you to find the answers with our how-to video page on crossbreedholsters.com. And then if you need any further assistance, it lists their phone number and email address. Here is the hardware that it came with for you to be able to switch it out of the waistband. It's got a couple screws in there, and then a couple, I believe these are just for mounting to there, so you can put that on, run your belt through that. Let's go ahead and take a look at it here. It does look pretty durable. The rigidity on that, it feels very rigid and very strong. Here is a close view of this particular holster. This one here, hopefully it's the correct one. My wife said that her and the kids had to do some research because the Springfield Hellcat that I got, it's the OSP model, optics sight pistol, and it does come with the Shield the Shield SMSC red dot, and then it does have the as I mentioned in the unboxing video and then the shooting video, it has the tritium front sight, the luminescent tritium front sight, and then on the back it has the white U-rack sight right there. Try to hold that up there again. The firearm is empty and it is cleared. So let's go ahead and do an insertion on here. This holster was made for the OSP, and I'm assuming it would also work on taking your red dot off of there as well, and just putting your plate on there and carrying it without the red dot. First impressions on the holster, obviously I have not had this on my pants or person yet, but it does feel sturdy on there. The retention for the trigger guard, if you when you're going to draw your firearm out of the holster, you pull up and back, and that's actually going to take away the retention off of the trigger guard. But that's so while you're carrying this, nobody else is available or able to take it off of your person, so that way you can just pull back on there as I'm demonstrating, pull up and back, and that's going to take the retention off of that. So I really do like the Springfield Hellcat for concealability purposes. It is an awesome pocket firearm to carry in your pocket. It is in 9mm, so basically I think that I have a good holster here. I'm going to try to use some of the different features and try it out with all of the different ways that the holster can be used. So that is the Crossbreed Reckoning, again in the Springfield Hellcat. So another huge shout out to you folks over there at Crossbreed for keeping your products made in the United States. That is awesome. Way to go, and you've got our support. So I am Also, okay, so briefly again, here are some of these magazines that are for the Hellcat 13+1. Again, with the said firearm, I'm going to go ahead and remove this out of the holster, and I'm going to go ahead and chamber flag this again, so that a way that's just a good habit to get into for those of you folks out there when you're doing stuff or messing around with your firearm. There that is, the Springfield Armory Hellcat with the Crossbreed Reckoning holster. So there's that. And this is just, it's got nothing to do with the Springfield Hellcat or anything like that. But in a previous video, I had talked about a few different topics right now going on with some of the anti-gun folks out there and the folks that are not pro-gun or pro-Second Amendment. So I briefly wanted to touch on that. A lot of things are politically charged right now as it is election year. And not to mention, you know, we are less than a month away from the presidential election. So those of you folks out there that might see this video, exercise your voting right and go vote. That is your right to do so. So I recommend getting out to the polls, wear a mask, do what you got to do. Or for some of those of you folks that may not be able to get out in public or may have some health issues, you are, if you haven't already, you are able to request a mail-in ballot. I personally, myself, have an 80-year-old grandmother, and my wife has some elderly grandparents as well. And so that might, for those kind of folks there, the elderly folks, that might be an option there. But personally, I'm getting myself out to the polls, and I'm going to go ahead and vote. But anyways, with that being said, you know, let's take this for example. So you have politicians out there, or senators, or governors, or just secretaries, whatever they may be, what position they may hold. Now, a lot of them are protected by either police, military, Secret Service, things like that. So the topic and the point of me touching on this real quick is the people that they're protected by are protected by some of the firearms that they are talking about wanting to do a buyback or ban us United States citizens from having these said firearms. Now, the point that I'm making here, the correlation is that those folks that are protecting these individuals, politicians and other government officials that are actually protecting these said politicians, they're being protected by AR-15s, AR-10s. They're being protected for what they're calling high capacity magazines. I mean, I've got a 22 long rifle pistol that I believe holds 16+1. So you're gonna tell me that a 22 pistol is now a high capacity firearm? I don't think so. But my the point of this is that, so these politicians or these officials, I guarantee that when the people that are protecting them go home, probably at least half of them, 50% of those folks, I would even say it's a higher percentage, but I'm just keeping it right in the middle, the folks that are doing the protecting, which thank you very much for protecting our country and stuff like that and our leaders, but those folks that are doing the protecting of these individuals, I'm sure that they're into firearms, they're pro-gun, they are Second Amendment supporters. So these politicians and these people, they're not going to have an issue with those people owning these firearms at home and maybe shooting them for recreation or practicing or just owning and having the firearms. So it's a double-edged sword right there when you got these, like I said, the Secret Service, police, military, those folks there that have these different firearms, which more power to them. That's their job, that's their duties, and what they're doing to serve and protect. My problem is that as long as people are doing things in a safe manner, leave them alone. The Constitution is our right, our freedom to be able to possess firearms, to be able to do all of these different things. And real briefly, some folks may say, oh, well, you know, back when this stuff was made, it took them 3 or 4 minutes to load their firearms and stuff like that. Well, that may be the case, but times have evolved, times have changed, you know, and so that's why I'm very passionate about firearms and things like that, and the Second Amendment, because I want to be able to protect my family. I want to be able to go out and go shoot, and it's actually a fun hobby. It's a fun day when you go shoot. You know, you can set different targets up and challenge yourself and stuff like that. But real briefly, I'm going to also quit rambling on about that. Basically what I'm saying is that we should be allowed to have our firearms as long as we're doing things correctly and doing things right. So for those of you folks out there that are pro-gun and pro-Second Amendment, and for those of you servicemen and women out there, thank you very much for your service and everything that you guys do for the citizens of the United States of America. We live in a great country. We have a lot of freedoms, and we shouldn't have those taken away from us based on some lunatic politician that has crazy beliefs and is just a one-track mind individual that does not want to see things another way. So anyways, I do have more videos coming out for you folks. I wanted to do another thank you very much for those of you folks that have subscribed so far and watched our videos and taken your time to do so. Again, this video was based on the Springfield Hellcat Armory, or the Springfield Armory Hellcat, I apologize, and the Crossbreed Reckoning holster. I can't wait to actually try this holster out for concealability purposes, and I will actually, maybe in one of my next videos, after I've had a chance to carry the holster and see how I think it fits and how I'm able to wear it, I may briefly touch on that and say, hey, you know, this is how this holster did, and things like that. Again, my name is Brandon. This is Gunning Down a Dream. Continue your pursuit of the Second Amendment. Keep planting those freedom seeds, and we'll see you in the next one, folks.